Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. Well, today I'm gonna make for you bourbon chicken. This is a really easy but yummy chicken dish. It has a sweet but a little tangy sauce, and it gets a nice little hint of bourbon flavor. Now, if you don't want to use bourbon, of course you could use extra apple juice, but the bourbon alcohol totally cooks off and it just leaves this really nice rich flavor to the sauce. Now it's going to be ready in 2 hours in the crock pot, so it's a quick weeknight meal that you can serve your family. You can serve it over rice or mashed potatoes. So let's get cooking. We're going to need some minced garlic, some white or apple cider vinegar, some onion powder, ground ginger, ketchup, bourbon, brown sugar, apple juice or apple cider, light soy sauce, and chicken broth. Now we're also going to need some cornstarch, salt, and pepper, and our chicken. I'm using boneless thighs, but you could definitely use breasts. And we're going to chop those up into about 1-inch pieces. Now I placed it in a bowl and I'm adding my cornstarch mixture, and we're just going to thoroughly coat each piece. You could also do this in a Ziploc bag. Just make sure it's all evenly coated. Now let's go ahead and quickly whip up our sauce. All I'm doing is just adding everything to the bowl. You don't have to do it in any kind of order, which I love. So I'm just adding my chicken broth, my brown sugar. So this is going to give it a nice, rich, sweet taste. My ketchup. My garlic in a tube. Vinegar. Ground ginger. And just give it a quick whisk, and it's all going to come together. Now those little pieces you see, those are just the garlic, so don't worry about it not combining. Now I have a large skillet with 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm going to quickly brown just slightly the chicken pieces. We don't need them to be too brown, just a nice light brown, and I'm doing half at a time so that we're not crowding the pan. We just want them barely to be cooked because they're gonna finish in the crock pot. So I put them in the crock pot and I'm just adding my sauce. It could not be easier. Then go ahead and put your lid on, and we're gonna set it on high for 2 hours. So it's been about 2 hours, and this is what it looks like. The sauce is kind of thick, but if you want it a little bit more thick, go ahead and add a tablespoon of cornstarch with 3 tablespoons of water, and it will make it an even richer, thicker sauce. It smelled so good. Now stay tuned because we're gonna do a taste test. Oh, I also added a little bit of dried parsley. You could also use fresh, and it's so good. So stay tuned. Okay everybody, we are back with our taste test, and I have my regular guest Chris here who's going to be trying this. Now I made it with Maker's Mark bourbon, but you can use any kind you like. He's also having a little with his chicken. So honey, why don't you give it a try?
Bourbon or the chicken?
The chicken.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. You can taste, or you can smell, I mean.
Yeah.
Bourbon.
He says you can smell it, but it's definitely not as strong as like just straight bourbon.
All right, here we go.
Now remember, I use boneless thighs, but you can totally use the breasts as well. Good?
That would be good over some kind of like rice or potato.
Right, or if you're doing low carb, you could do cauliflower rice. Now, you can definitely taste the bourbon slightly. But it's more.
Not a tiny kick. I didn't even put any hot sauce in it.
Okay, right. And now if you want it to be spicy, you can add a little sriracha or some red pepper flakes. So, thumbs up for this?
Very good.
All right, you heard it from Chris.
You gotta try it.
And it was so easy, so I hope you guys are going to give this a try. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye.